Hello, it's Victoria. Today I'll be telling you about Salem's Lot by Stephen King, and the publisher is Doubleday. So let's jump into the plot here, and I'll make it as short as possible. We start here with Ben Mears, who's an author. He had grown up in Jerusalem's Lot, Maine, as a child. He's come back to his hometown after 25 years, which is a long time. He soon becomes friends with the high school teacher Matt Burke and starts a romantic relationship with a girl named Susan Norton. Oy. So Ben is writing a book about the Marston house, which is an abandoned house on a hill that overlooks the town. Ben had a bad experience in there as a child. I mean, you're really little, I don't know, and you're hanging out with the kids, with the older kids. You want to be in the club. And then they dare you to go into this abandoned house. It's not likely you're gonna make it out of there happy and excited. Not likely. This house was built and owned by Hughie Marston and is now purchased by Kurt Barlow, who is opening a store in the lot. Since he's apparently on a buying trip, he has his business partner Richard Straker set up everything and be the public figure. Hold on a second, I'll be the spokesperson over here, okay? However, the arrival of these business partners coincides with the disappearance of Ralphie Glick and then the death of his brother Danny Glick. Danny becomes the town's first vampire. Hold on a second, where did this vampire come from? How did he become a vampire after he died? Well, here's my theory, and there's plenty of evidence in here that supports my theory, that Ralphie Glick, the Dracula I referenced, I believe so, Ralphie Glick is kidnapped and made as a sacrifice to the satanic gods. And then the satanic gods granted that Danny Glick dies and becomes a vampire. I think that's how it is. Witchery, witchcraft, that stuff. Okay. So, he infects Mike Ryerson, Randy McDougall, Danny's mother, Marjorie Glick. He failed to infect Mark Petrie, for he knows what Danny has become, and he puts a plastic cross in Danny's face. Best defense ever. It really is. That's how it was in Dracula. I believe so. I've never read it. Don't say anything about that. In the following weeks, much of the town consists of vampires. Ben Mears, Susan Norton, Matt Berg, and the doctor Jimmy Cody, along with Mark Petrie and the priest Father Callahan, join forces to stop the vampire spread. Susan gets captured by Barlow and is turned into a vampire. Now here's the thing, I think this is a really good part, even though, it's seeing your favorite character's love of his life die because she had to die is, it just makes you feel, really a good feeling to see bad things happen to your character. So, Ben Mears had to kill the woman he loves by driving a stake through her heart. It was bloody, and he was traumatized for what he had to do. Mark's parents were killed by Barlow. He did infect them, so they were later given a proper burial. So in order for Mark to escape from Barlow that night, Father Callahan had to throw away his cross. Since he didn't do so for a while, trying to delay, the strength seeped out of the cross until it was nothing. It was just a piece of wood, plastic, Callahan is forced to drink Barlow's blood. Now he is forever stained. When he tries to enter his own church, he receives an electrical shock and gets a burned hand. Yeah, And he never goes near another church again. Cody dies by falling down the staircase and getting impaled by knives in the basement of Eva Miller's boarding house, where Ben Mears had to live in for some time when he came. All the residents that were in the house are now vampires and are in the basement with Barlow. Ben Mears and Mark Petrie successfully destroyed the master vampire, Kurt Barlow. They were lucky enough to escape and leave the town, and it is now filled with vampires. The prologue took a little after the novel. They're in Mexico, and Mark is received by the Catholic Church with a friendly priest. He confesses about his experiences in Salem's Lot. In the epilogue, after 2 years, they return to Salem's Lot. Ben knows that there's too many vampires, and there's so many places for them to hide. So he purposely starts a fire in the woods, where it is intended to destroy the Marston house. where all the evil resides in forever. So this book can be purchased at Barnes & Noble for $11.73, let's just say $12, or anywhere that sells books. Ratings include Goodreads rates this 4 out of 5 stars, and Barnes & Noble rates this 4.5 out of 5 stars. I recommend this book for older youth such as high school students, as there was a tiny bit of sexually related content and some cursing, but the majority, or should I say almost all of this book, was concerning the vampire situation, okay? I really enjoyed reading this as it took me on the highway to a world of possibilities and danger. I mean, vampires were everywhere. It was a lot of fun. I was like inside this book. I was inside it. And I felt myself in it. It was really fun to read, especially at night where things go boom. And yeah, I hope you guys can go check out this book. So, peace out.